We often believe that if we try hard enough, plan carefully, and make the right choices, we can control the outcomes in our lives. This belief gives us comfort. It makes us feel powerful, as if we are in charge of our destiny. But is this really true? Think about the many times in life when things did not go as expected. You prepared well for a job interview, but they chose someone else. You invested time and love into a relationship, but it ended anyway. You made careful financial plans, yet something unexpected disrupted everything. No matter how much effort we put in, the world does not always respond the way we want. Buddhism teaches that everything is impermanent. Nothing stays the same. Just as the seasons change, so do our circumstances, emotions, and even our thoughts. Clinging to a particular outcome is like trying to hold onto a handful of sand. The tighter we grip, the more it slips through our fingers. When we base our happiness on getting a specific result, we set ourselves up for suffering. Why do we attach ourselves to outcomes? Because we believe they will bring us happiness. We think, if I achieve this goal, I will be happy. But happiness that depends on conditions is fragile. It rises and falls like waves in the ocean. One moment, everything seems perfect. The next, something unexpected happens, and we feel lost. This is the cycle of attachment and suffering. True peace does not come from controlling life. It comes from understanding that control is an illusion. When we accept that we cannot dictate every result, we begin to free ourselves from unnecessary stress and worry. We can still act with care, make wise decisions, and work hard. But we do so without the tight grip of expectation. Imagine planting a tree. You water it, make sure it gets enough sunlight, and take care of the soil. But in the end, you cannot control the weather, the insects, or whether the tree grows tall and strong. Your role is to nurture, not to control. When we see life in this way, we begin to shift our focus. Instead of worrying about results, we concentrate on the present moment, on doing what we can, with a calm and steady heart. Letting go of attachment does not mean giving up. It does not mean we stop caring or making efforts. Instead, it means we shift our mindset from grasping to flowing. But how do we do this? First, we must understand the difference between expectation and effort. Expectation is when we believe that things must happen in a certain way for us to be happy. It is a demand we place on the world. Effort, on the other hand, is the energy we put into something without insisting on a fixed result. Imagine a musician playing a song. If they focus only on playing perfectly, they may become stiff and anxious. But if they simply play with full attention and presence, the music flows naturally. One way to release attachment is to become aware of our thoughts. Often, we are not even conscious of how much we attach ourselves to outcomes. We might think, I need this job to be happy, or if this person loves me, I will be fulfilled. When we notice these thoughts, we can gently question them. Is this really true? Can I be at peace even if things turn out differently? When we bring awareness to our attachments, they begin to lose their power over us. Another approach is to trust in the natural rhythm of life. Imagine a river flowing down a mountain. The water does not resist the rocks in its path. It moves around them. Sometimes it rushes forward, sometimes it slows down, but it always continues. We too can learn to move with life instead of against it. When something does not go as planned, instead of reacting with frustration, we can pause and ask, what can I learn from this? How can I move forward without resistance? Breathing deeply and centering ourselves in the present moment also helps. When we are caught in attachment, our minds race toward the future, worrying about what will or will not happen. But peace exists only in the present. Right now, in this moment, we can take a deep breath, feel our feet on the ground, and remind ourselves, I am here. I am doing my best. That is enough. Letting go is not a one-time event. It is a practice. Each day, we can choose to focus less on controlling outcomes and more on living fully in the process. How do we live without clinging to outcomes? The key is to focus on our actions, not the results. Life is uncertain, but we always have control over what we do in this moment. Imagine a gardener planting seeds. They do their best to prepare the soil, water the plants, and ensure they get enough sunlight. But they cannot control the weather, the insects, or how fast the plants grow. A wise gardener does not demand that every seed grow into a perfect flower. Instead, they simply take care of the garden with patience and trust. Our lives are the same. We can take action, but we must let go of the need for things to happen exactly as we want. One way to practice this is by setting intentions instead of expectations. For example, if you are working on a project, your intention might be to do your best and learn from the process, rather than expecting praise or success. If you are in a relationship, your intention might be to love sincerely, rather than expecting a specific response from the other person. When we shift from expectation to intention, we feel lighter. We still care, but we are not burdened by fear or disappointment. Another practice is embracing uncertainty. Most of our stress comes from resisting the unknown. We want guarantees that things will turn out well. But life does not offer guarantees. Instead of fearing uncertainty, we can welcome it as part of the journey. Every unexpected event is an opportunity to grow. When things do not go as planned, we can remind ourselves, this is part of life. I will adapt. I will continue. A simple daily habit to release attachment is to pause and reflect. Did I do my best today? Did I act with kindness and sincerity? If the answer is yes, that is enough. We do not need to measure our worth by external results. We do not need to carry the weight of outcomes on our shoulders. When we stop clinging to results, life becomes more peaceful. We still strive. We still care. But we are not shaken when things turn out differently than expected. We move with life rather than against it. Letting go is a practice that takes time. But with patience, we can learn to live with an open heart and a free mind. Releasing attachment to outcomes does not mean we stop caring. It means we care deeply about our actions while remaining open to whatever comes. When we let go of the need to control results, we discover a new sense of ease. Life becomes less of a struggle and more of a journey to experience fully. There will still be moments when we feel disappointed or frustrated. That is natural. But when we notice ourselves clinging to a specific outcome, we can pause, take a breath, and remind ourselves, I have done my part. Now, I allow life to unfold as it will. Over time, this simple practice can bring great freedom. When we stop measuring life by success or failure, we begin to appreciate each moment as it is. We become more present in our daily lives, more patient with ourselves and others, and more accepting of change. In this way, letting go does not mean losing something. It means gaining peace. Thank you for spending this time with me. I truly appreciate your support, whether through your likes, comments, super thanks, or simply by watching and reflecting. Your presence here means a lot, and I'm grateful that we can share this space together. If this message resonated with you, I welcome you to stay connected. There is always more to explore, more to reflect on, and more to learn from each other. Until next time, may you walk your path with clarity and peace.